afternoon hostel life. Calm before the storm.
Yeah.
Calm before everybody gets in here and starts hosteling. What's your name, sir?
I'm 9 to 5.
Where do you live?
Los Angeles, California.
All right, this dude is the gold standard about how to do this trail. Not only is he rocking it, like mileage-wise, he's also rocking it eating-wise. This guy cooked a steak the first 4 nights in a row I knew him, and he was very inspirational in that way. And he's also taking care of business on the trail as well. So tell me, how's your hike going so far?
Yeah, it's going well, man. I'm really living in New Hampshire. The views are great. I'm trying to get the last sub 400 miles in. So just pushing through.
So you don't carry a tent or any shelter. So tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean it's self-explanatory. In New York, I just got rid of the tent, so now I just gotta jump shelter to shelter or town to town, and or if the weather's good, I can cowboy camp.
Beautiful. Do you have a pad?
I got a pad. I got the Uber Light, so it's super small, compressible. And then I just got a really compressible sleeping bag, so
all right.
Pretty much everything goes in the pack.
Do you have more than one pair of underwear?
No.
Okay. One pair of socks?
One pair of socks.
One pair of socks. You have any idea what your pack weighs?
Yeah, it's probably around 8 or 9 pounds base weight.
Incredible. He's doing the Appalachian Trail with 8 or 9 pounds of base weight. And how much water do you usually carry?
About a liter at the time, yeah.
About a liter,
yeah.
Good Lord. Now your business, what is your business and how are you able to handle that out here?
Yeah, so I work for an investment fund, so it's a combination of trading, analysis. I do a lot of phone calls, a lot of stuff on my laptop, a lot of emails. But yeah, the service has been pretty decent. So anytime I get service, I kind of just stop for a minute, check emails, check some calls. When I get to a summit, usually that's when I get to trading. Towns are great. I can really sit down and do a couple hours of work every time I get to town. So yeah, it's a combination of everything.
Right. Do you ever call on people on the trail and try to get them to be clients?
No.
You don't
I'm not actively recruiting new investors.
Do you think the through hiking community would be a real profit center for you?
But everybody wants my opinion on all the meme stocks, all the crypto stuff. So I'm sort of their source of information on that.
All right, good. All right, so what other trails have you hiked?
Did the PCT about 3 years ago. I've done a couple Caminos, done a couple backpacking trips around the world when I had my sabbatical. So yeah, I really like hiking, like the community. Like meeting people, so this is great.
Well, name one thing about the Camino that was really memorable.
Wow, well, it was my first truly long distance hike that I ever did, so it was like 30 days, and honestly, it was just meeting people from around the world, and everybody walking with the same goal. It was really a fun spiritual journey. So
the other night at the other hostel, you were engaged with Jacob the Mushroom Man.
Oh, yes.
Did you learn anything about mushrooms? And was that scary at all? And how did you feel after you ate those mushrooms?
Yeah, so I don't really know a lot about mushrooms, so I don't generally pick them in the wild and prepare them. But he seemed to know what he was doing, so we tried I think about 5 or 6 different mushrooms, and he was explaining to us. I think my favorite was the American Caesar, which is great. And we ate a ton of mushrooms that night. I think I stood up and I was a little bit. I was a little bit dizzy when I got up, so I don't know if that was a psychological thing or if it was just too many mushrooms. I'm not sure.
Right. Are you generally a really trusting guy in life?
No.
No? But the trail has transformed you into a guy that you meet someone in a hostel, right, and trust his expertise about something that could potentially kill you.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm generally a skeptic, yes, but he did have mushrooms the previous night, and he was still alive and kicking. So.
The evidence.
Yeah. All right, man. 9 to 5. You are the man. I really appreciate
Pleasure,
it.
Bonesper. Take care.
Thanks. All right, on our way to the public house. So another thing about hiking the AT, you don't actually walk a lot. You ride in shuttle vans.
Well, you don't want to waste.
A lot.
You don't want to waste the walking, right?
No, we don't want to waste the walking. And the shuttle van here, what's your name again?
Merrick.
What is it?
Merrick.
Merrick. Merrick is working on a shuttle van that will actually take you over the whites. Where you can actually
skip everything.
We can just drive over the whites on the trail. And so we're looking forward to that. Drone technology is helping with that. So
Pick you up by the collar.
so maybe if you could get that fired up by tomorrow, I know that we would appreciate that.
Take you right to the end. How about that?
There you go. Beautiful.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you.
I need to take video back here.
All right, we've got Michaela drinking beer. Right?
Just stand up and drink beer.
Where'd he go? We got Old Home Week happening here, where all of Eastern Tennessee has showed up, and everybody knows each other, and they're also all related and married to each other.
There's probably some.
They're all cousins and they date. The whole group of them. And then we've got the yoga instruction going on here. And I'm just sitting here making judgy commentary as I do. All right, here we go. Yeah, here we are at the hostel, and this is one of these great moments in trail history. I was earlier this afternoon. I was sitting editing the video that's going to be posted in a couple days, and it was of climbing Mount Cube in the mounting thunderstorm. And as that was happening, up walked a beautiful dog, and a beautiful man, and a beautiful woman, and it was Michaela and Meatloaf and Gracie, and I talked to Gracie a little bit, and then they moved on. Well, as I'm watching that video, sitting in the living room here editing, I look across the room, and there's Michaela. So, Michaela, tell us about Gracie, and what were you and Gracie and Meatloaf doing out there on Mount Cube?
I don't know what we were doing out there in the rain.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't even think it was supposed to rain that day, but it did, and we were just trying to get up and over the mountain.
Now, Gracie's your dog, right?
Yep, she's
and
my dog.
How old is Gracie?
Gracie's 1.
And what kind of dog is Gracie?
She's an American bully
All right. And where does she live normally?
in southern New Hampshire.
All right. And so she came out, and you picked her up in Hanover.
Yep.
And how'd she do that day?
She did really good. She was excited. She doesn't know how to pace herself at all, so I think she tired herself out. So
Okay.
we sent her home after a couple of days, but
How'd
she did great.
How'd she respond during the storm?
Good. She didn't care at all, which is funny because she hates thunderstorms at home.
And she didn't do what at all?
She didn't freak out. She usually is super afraid of thunder, but she did good out there.
Well, Gracie did better than me because I did freak out.
I did too.
And that's not unusual. So,
No.
yes, and Gracie, no wonder I couldn't keep up with Gracie because she was tiring herself out. She was going so fast.
Yeah, she's got 2 extra legs.
Yeah, so, all right, so where's your hike going to take you ultimately?
Hopefully to Katahdin.
All right, we're rooting for you. Michaela, thanks a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Hi.
Say hello.
Hello, what's his name? Her name?
Her name is Gracie.
Gracie.
Say hi.
Hi. You enjoying the AT? Where has Gracie walked here from?
Just Hanover.
Hey, oh, okay, so just getting started. All right, Gracie, good job. This is Michaela and Meatloaf. All right, anybody who knows Bones Spur the Appalachian knows that one of his favorite parts of the hiking day is the second breakfast rest period. And so here we are enjoying our second breakfast rest period. And here I am with, and what's your name, young lady?
Somewhere.
Somewhere, where are you from?
Johnson City, Tennessee.
Johnson City, Tennessee, yeah. And what are you doing out here?
I am hiking the AT, trying to make it a through hike.
Okay, you have done part of this trail already?
Yeah, I've actually done 3. This is the 3rd section. This is my 3rd year.
The 3rd year, all right. And you started this time where?
This time I started right outside of Harper's Ferry at Fox Gap, about 15 miles north of Harper's Ferry.
Yes.
And I was on May 17th on a Monday.
All right. And the Appalachian started this last phase of his flip, flop, and fly a little bit north of there at Penmar Park on the 22nd. And we ran into each other for the first time 3 or 4 days ago. I was doing a Sobel slack pack, and she was hiking with Augie, and that's when we first said hello. And then 2 days ago, when I got to the shelter after being on Mount Cube, and I was in a pitiful mood. It was one of these I need to quit days, it was I need to quit, and I need to get to the shelter, and I need to give them crap at the shelter about everything I didn't like, from fruit flies to the fact that they didn't have a washcloth for me. But there they were. There was somewhere in Augie, and they kind of nursed me back to good mental health that night, and I appreciate it. Now, part of the through hiking challenge for Bone Spur, the Appalachian, has been not really having a regular hiking partner. And I had Reset for several weeks, and but he got off trail for a while, and so he's never caught up. And so I've been by myself, and we've well documented, other than with the long trail people in Vermont, I've kind of been by myself, and that's not good for Bone Spur, the Appalachian. I meet people, but just for short periods of time, and I really prefer hiking with somebody. And you know, a lot of men and women hike together, and it's a common thing. And we're both married, and our spouses know what we're doing here. And the usual qualification is that the other party doesn't smell too bad and hikes the same speed.
Speed is critical.
Yeah, and so we've discovered that about each other, and we did Musalaki yesterday, and it worked out really fantastic. So what we decided to do was to do the same thing through the Whites, and we'll see where it goes from there. So I wanted you to get to meet somewhere, and you'll be seeing more of her. So anything you'd like to add?
No, I think you've covered it. You didn't leave out an ailment at all.
No.
Yeah, from your bad day.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Well, here's the most important question I like to ask people. What do you like best about me so far?
You're a genuinely kind person.
That's sweet. That's sweet. You know what I like about you?
What?
Everything.
Everything!
All right, here goes. It's Bone Spur to Appalachian, and old what's her name? Somewhere.
I flummoxed you. I've never seen you do that.
Yeah. All right, here goes.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
Very good. All right, who am I talking to?
Cactus,
Cactus, where do you hail from?
Great Barrington, Massachusetts.
All right, and where are we right now?
We're at the Notch Hostel in North Woodstock, New Hampshire.
What do you think of this hostel?
I think it's amazing.
Yeah,
One of the better ones.
one of the better ones. Now, we've been in other hostels together, haven't we?
Yes, that was a great hostel too, but I think I like this one a little better.
Yeah, this has got a vibe, doesn't
Yeah.
it? It kind of has the fraternity sorority house vibe.
It does, but not too crazy.
Yeah, not too crazy. All right, so are you a northbound hiker?
I'm a northbound flip-flopper,
Northbound flip-flopper. So you
Yes.
started in
Front Royal.
Front Royal, so she's doing a different
Yeah,
kind of than I'm doing. So
Yeah.
how's it been going for you so far?
it's been absolutely amazing
Yeah.
and perfect. I could do without so much rain, but you know, can't be choosy. I could be at work.
Right. What now? You've done some other hiking. You've done the Pacific Crest Trail, correct?
Most of it.
Most of it.
Not all.
All right. What has surprised you about the AT? What did you not expect that you've noticed?
I think the AT, a couple things, more social. It's more social than the PCT for sure. I already knew what the hiking was going to be rougher because I've lived in the East before. And I like not carrying water.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Name one thing that you're grateful for.
Oh, all of the people I've met and every single day on the trail.
Name one thing that you are not grateful for.
The mud.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much universal.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to come in for the close-up now. Yeah, that's Cactus. Thanks, Cactus.
You're welcome. It is
All right, when you're about to go into the White Mountains, you don't need to carry everything. So Summer, what are we doing here?
We are getting rid of everything but the essentials for the next 10 days.
All right. Now, what do you consider essential and what do you consider not essential?
Emergency equipment is essential. 10 days worth of food. Just enough medicine to get through there, like ibuprofen and other assorted things.
But what kind of food do we need,
Snacks.
though? How much food do we need?
Calorie dense.
But for how many meals, though?
One meal.
One meal.
One meal dinner.
One
but
meal.
many
No.
calorie.
Say it again. One meal dinner,
One meal dinner.
and then
Snacks for lunches.
that's right. Because
No
why is that?
bread.
Why don't we need breakfast and dinner in the huts?
Why do we?
Why don't we need breakfast and dinner?
Because we're gonna get them there.
We
and
get 'em there,
We're
isn't that-
excited about that.
Yes, we are. Yes. We're doing the platinum whites, Bone Spur, the Appalachian way of doing it. That's what's happening here. So we're thrilled about it. So I put extra food and what have you, and most importantly, my card from the Pioneer Group for my birthday. I am carrying this with me. Thank you, Pooh, for sending that. Yeah, a big part of the through hiking experience is dealing with the post office. And because, particularly me, Pooh is sending me resupply boxes. So therefore, sometimes I have too much stuff. And now because I'm going through the whites and staying in huts, dinner and breakfast is provided there, so I don't need dinner and breakfast, I just need lunch stuff. So I actually had 2 resupply boxes with me here at the Notch in North Woodstock, and so I needed to just take what I needed, and so over here in Lincoln at the post office and shipping it off to Chuck Martindale, who is part of the Methodist Church in northern New Hampshire, and he's helped the chaplaincy through the years, and he's going to look after us when we finish the whites, and so sending boxes to his place. So thank you, U.S. Postal Service. A duck taco. All I can say is yes. Okay, kids, good evening. Bone Spur, the Appalachian, coming here to you with my new shirt on, Appalachian Trail shirt. And I'm at the hostel at the Notch Hostel in North Woodstock, New Hampshire. And it is Friday night. And tomorrow morning, I embark on my shelter to hut 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 hike of the White Mountains of New Hampshire. So the last video you saw got me to 10 miles from the Whites. What I did the next day was I did Mount Moosilauke, which was the first mountain in the Whites. It's a huge climb and a huge descent. And the next day did the 10 miles before that. It just worked out that way weather-wise to do it. And I've got all the footage for that, but I just have run out of time and I can't edit the videos because there's no more time. And so, like I said, tomorrow, Saturday, we start on that. So you'll see this video probably on Tuesday. So I'll be in the White Mountains when you see this video, and we'll be emerging from the White Mountains on the following Monday, which will be like August 9th or something. But in the meantime, and there's no service up there, there's no electricity, and I'm staying in huts, which is great, that'll be just a whole thing, so that'll be fun for everybody to see. But anyway, I just want to let you know that there's not going to be any videos for probably about a week, and from maybe a little longer than that. But I want to also thank you for your encouragement, your support. It's really been terrific. I've had a blast making these videos, and I really didn't think I was going to. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but my friend Adam convinced me that I should do it, and I got on iMovie and learned how to do it, and so it's just been just great. So it's going to be quite an adventure. The White Mountains of New Hampshire are notorious for being very difficult, very steep, very rocky. Be a lot of rock climbing, scary descents. The weather changes fast, and so this will be very interesting. Fortunately, I've got somebody to go with me, and introduced her to everybody the other day, and her name's what's her name? Say that every time. Her name's somewhere, and we're in the same age range and of a hiking ability, and we get along well. So. And everybody's fine with that. Pooh's fine with that. Her husband's fine with it. So it's all good. And So, there you have it. I'm embarking on the whites starting tomorrow. So, I won't see you for a week or so. And I say tomorrow my time, which will be Saturday. I'm already gone by the time you're seeing this. So, in the meantime, all week, may your eyes be filled with wonders. May your heart be full of joy. May your footsteps be firm as you walk with God. Amen.